Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're gonna be looking at another Bubble Paladin deck, and I'm also gonna show you one of the coaching sessions we did right before the season restarted, so we can hit easy legend right on time. Hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. And don't forget you can check me out live each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, where I do my best to show you the best decks right now. Now, let's get into the video.
You are not prepared!
Here's the deck we used on the last coaching session to Legend, and it's a Bubble Pally, basically. The only thing interesting about this list is we have a Zephrys, which personally I kind of feel it's a little bit better to have ourselves the cardboard golem instead. It really does help out a lot, but Zephrys also definitely does have his time to shine, so there's that too. The two golems definitely help a lot though, like it does allow it to do things like Gelben a lot sooner, but with this deck, to be fair, Gelben is not your main win condition. It's definitely your win condition you're striving for, but with this deck you have a far better mid-game than the straight-out Aura Pally variant, so there's that too. With the help of Tank-Engineer, Carnivorous Cubicle, and Toref, you could be doing all sorts of busted things in the mid-game, but same can be said for Elise, with which you could be getting yourself an extra 5/5 copy of Toref, an extra 5/5 copy of Carnivorous Cubicle, which is also going to be spitting out what the first one ate. The Rushers are definitely pretty helpful, discovering a spell sometimes helps, depending on the matchup, Armor could be great, and extra attack can also be helpful if you have a decent board, especially comboed off with the Rushers. Going both with the Rushers and the 5/5 copy could be tricky. You're always gonna get the copy first, so don't worry about missing out on the actual copied minion. That always does happen first. I guess they hard-coded it that way. But if you want to get all the Rushers and the copy and the locations on the board, that basically means you can't have more than 2 other minions on the board at all times. With this deck, you gotta be smart about when you want to be playing Acceleration Aura and the Violet Treasure Guild, basically, because if you want to be pulling off a faster Gelben, well, you can't be playing this guy on curve ever, period. Not with this deck, at least. If you do have the Golem, you can play it on curve, but that also means you need to have another Treasure Guild, the Golem, or the Coin, something along those lines. Well, to be fair, if you're going second and you do have both Acceleration Auras, you technically could do it on turn 2, play the other one next or the turn after, and on the last turn of the first Aura, you are going to be able to actually coin out into a Gelben, but that's not going to happen very often. What do we have in the deck? The Wisp is only in here so you can activate your Elise, but that doesn't mean you can't be using it in all sorts of different cheeky ways. For instance, you could tempo it out on turn 3 alongside a couple of other minions, and on turn 4 you could follow up with Crusader Aura. On turn 5 you could play it for 0 mana and use the 5 mana location to get yourself the 5/5 copy plus whatever the hell extra you picked. If the board is empty and you play this location, you actually cannot even use the second half. It's literally not going to be active if there's nothing to copy with it, so it is a little bit of a safety net, but let's not kid ourselves, it's only in here for Elise. The Righteous Protectors are good, but you don't always want to be holding on to them in your mulligan. Sometimes it's much better to actually just curve into your better game plan. Doing something on turn 1 against something like Quest where it isn't really going to help you much, whereas progressing into your Acceleration Aura so you can do a faster Gelben potentially, that might be the way to go. The Acceleration Aura is absolutely MVP. Like I said, don't always plop it as soon as turn 2, even though with this deck that happens probably 9 times out of 10 because you have such a good mid-game anyway. Violet Treasure Guild is amazing because it fishes out the Acceleration Aura, which is the only spell he can fish out. Zephrys, you can use him for phase damage or for board control depending on the matchup. Very rarely you're gonna use him for the spend a lot of mana because that's pretty random. Crusader Aura is pretty decent, but more often than not you are gonna rather pull it out of Gelben, but in some cases it's not the worst thing in the world. Like playing this allows it to actually follow up with something like double Tigris Plushie, both of which are gonna get +2 attack. It also works extremely well with the Rushers from Elise the Navigator, that kind of stuff. With Elise, like I said, you could be going all sorts of different ways, but usually the 5 mana is the more balanced way to go, even though if you know your hand is already pretty stacked, you might go for the 1 mana just to fit it in. Getting yourself a 1 mana copy of a Cubicle is still gonna give you a full-fledged Toref the Under King from it, so that can be pretty awesome. Getting yourself a 1/1 copy of the Tank Engineer can be pretty busted, that kind of stuff. The Gnomish Aura, usually you want this back into the deck, you don't really care about playing it from hand. The Manifested Time Waste is great, giving you all of that damage for the opponent's board and face, by the way, just make sure to have an aura for it. The Tank Engineer is also pretty awesome, very sticky, very annoying to deal with, and if the opponent doesn't kill it, you can just eat it with Cubicle, get yourself extra 7/7s, copy it with Elise, that kind of stuff. The Tigris Plushie is a great way to stabilize the boards, and again, it does combo off very well with your Crusader Aura. With your Elise, you could get yourself a 5/5 copy of the 1/1, for instance, very easily. You could be doing something like play Elise on 4, pick the 5 mana, get a 5/5 copy, play Tigris Plushie on 5, don't play the 1/1, and on turn 6 you get to play both location and the 1/1 down, copy it as a 5/5, and that can help you big time. The weapon is also pretty good. You can fish out your Ziliax this way, your Gelben more importantly, and if you already have some of those, you could even dig deeper into Anachronos, Nomelia, that kind of stuff. And it's also basically 16 damage on a stick if you use both weapons, so that's kind of cool. With the Cubicle, you could be doing all sorts of broken things. The best things you could be eating would be the Tank Engineer, the Toref. Eating a Nomelia can be absolutely disgusting as well, but that usually doesn't happen. And sometimes just eating a Righteous Protector can also be pretty annoying if the opponent doesn't actually have a great way to get through it. Just don't get baited into thinking eating a Cubicle will allow you to actually spit out a Cubicle that also spits out the first thing you ate. That's not how it works. It's gonna spit it out vanilla. Chronological Aura helps you with a lot of dragons, and sometimes it's actually even fine playing it from hand, even though from Gelben it's much better. The Mechatorque is also pretty decent. This one, again, you could actually tempo it out. Getting yourself +12/+12 and Divine Shields across a few turns is not the worst thing in the world. The Toref can be absolutely amazing, especially if you get extra copies of this. This would be pretty busted. Like, if you manage to tempo out a Toref on an empty board against a class that can't handle it, the turn after you Cubicle it, well, the game's kind of over. Like, they can't come back from that. Nomelia is a pretty great way to handle the board. Same with Anachronos, and doing Anachronos on 7 definitely paves the way for an easy Gelben for you on turn 8. And last but not least, we have Ziliax with the Twin Plus Perfect module, so you can heal back to full easily. And it's also not a bad minion to tempo. Again, don't try to tinker with the deck too much because you need all of these digits, and as you see, we have a single 7, a single 6, and a single 9, and a single 0, so that is usually just for release, but the minions themselves are not bad at all, except for the Wisp, obviously. For the matchups, here's what we have. Broxigar Demon Hunter is not going to be your friend. BBU control Death Knight a little bit on the negative. The rest pretty good, however. So again, pretty easy deck to be climbing Legend with. As for the mulligan, here's what we have. Going first, obviously the Violet Treasure Guild is always going to be MVP. Righteous Protector is okay, because it's the only one drop you get to play, but again, don't overvalue it. If your hand is absolute garbage and you feel like you're against a slow class, a lot of the time it's actually better to actually throw it back. Acceleration Aura straight out is also pretty good. Obviously with Treasure Guild it's even better, but straight out is also fine. Elise is amazing. Tank Engineer is great. Urson Maul is okay if you have the curve for it. I would never keep the Wisp, even though against some fast decks it might actually make some sense. It's not the worst thing in the world to get into, but holding onto it feels wrong. Zephrys can be okay. Straight out Gelben if you curve into it well. And Sankey be set for Toref. Depending on the matchup, something like Manifest Time Waste or Tigris Plushie might also make sense for the Time Waste if you already have a way to get an aura, that is. On the coin, it's not much different, so again, mulligan accordingly, and depending on the matchup, you can be going for different things. All around, that's it for the deck. Not cheap, but not the most expensive in the world, even though it does run a few cards that are gonna get rotated. If you have the cards, it's definitely a great deck to be climbing Legend with. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now let's check out some of our games on our road to first time Legend for this dude. Hope you enjoy.
Mage here.
Mage, could be Protoss, could be Elemental, could be Dragon, could be so many things. Right now the most popular still should be Protoss, most popular and
Right.
competitive.
So definitely keep the
Anyway.
Violet Treasure Guild. Can you
Yeah,
see already?
Violet's amazing, Elise is amazing. Honestly, with a hand like this, even Cube might be a consideration. Because turn
Okay.
1 we pass, turn 2 Violet, turn 3 Elise, turn 4 Location, turn 5 maybe Cube, copy something with the Cube. So yeah, just remove the Wisp, I think this will work.
Okay, sounds good.
That ain't too bad either. Okay, what are you doing? What do you think for turn 1?
You can get some leverage with the coin and Violet Treasure Guild, but that would get me to Elise faster. But what do you think?
If you do that right now, that's not going to give you any real benefits because you don't have a good turn 3 follow-up, so I'd much rather just save the coin for this turn, pass it. Next turn we play the Violet, which allows it to play a turn 3 Elise, turn 4 5 mana Location, turn 5 Cubicle with some next to it, so stuff like that. So just because you can coin, don't do it just for the sake of doing it. You really
Gotcha.
want to be getting an actual advantage out of it, because as you see, you wouldn't have you would literally turn 2 hero power with 3 mana, and that would have been pretty bad. So just play the Violet now.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
So far, this guy does look to be Protoss indeed.
Right.
Okay, what do you want to do here?
Yeah, like what you said. At least here gets me that location sooner. Righteous also isn't bad, but the floating mana on that one. So what do you think, Elise?
Righteous is horrible right now. Why would you ever go with
Yeah.
Righteous? It would be either the Tank Engineer or the Elise. I'd still go with Elise. Question
Okay.
is are we going for 5 mana or 1 mana? Because with a 1 mana you could get yourself a cubicle, but I'd say still 5 mana. So play
Sounds
Elise.
good.
I remember this place well.
We're going for 5 mana. Out of these, I guess the Rushers probably make the most sense.
Yeah, the checks.
And the 5/5 copy. Okay, that's about it for now. Okay, so he is a Dragon Mage. This is the first time he's telling us he is Dragon. So no Protoss shenanigans, no need to look for extra armor, none of that shit. So that's kind of good for you.
Okay.
Can't really pay attention too much for that, Gorfor.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're doing there. Okay, what do you want to do here?
I don't really need the rush on the locations yet. Tank engineer followed the next turn with the carnivore would be good.
The engineer followed up next turn with the location, I'd say would be even better. Getting yourself a
Okay.
5 mana. Like that. Yeah, I think it's 4 mana Tank Engineer plus a Righteous Protector. Not that we care too much about the Righteous Protector, but still, might save you from the Sea Breeze Chalice we know he has. Let's play that. Righteous on the far left, and go face.
The light dims.
You're gonna hear me a lot telling you which side to put, especially your taunts on. It's very important to position your taunts properly. When it's being on the far left, this way you deny the opponent a way to cleave all 3 minions for you with something like No Melia, for instance. No Melia is the main reason why you should be positioning properly in the game right now, but there's a few other reasons which are a bit more niche. Okay,
Let's see.
I'd still go with the location, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, 5
On
mana
the,
location on the right side in this case, because the copy is gonna summon itself on the right side. Use it on the Tank Engineer, go face with everything and rush down the free.
Alrighty.
Next turn, if most of these stick, the Crusader Aura would be awesome. If they don't, Cubicle can be great. You always gotta be thinking about what you could be doing, depending on what the opponent does. Let's hope he doesn't get a Lucky Blizzard. Okay, that's fine. Crusader Aura is pretty decent here. So is Cubicle, if gotta be honest, but the Crusader is a little bit more damage right now kind of deal.
Okay.
And I think I'm down with that. This guy probably has Blizzard. He could get random Blizzards. Play 3 mana Dream Planner Zephrys first, I'd say. Because we are going to do that. Use it for
Right side.
phase damage on the right side, sure.
Sounds good.
Phase damage. And coin out the Crusader Aura still. And face everything. So yeah, this is a good situation where I'm showing you order of way you're gonna be doing things. If you know you're gonna be discovering random stuff anyway, might as well start with that. And even if you can't think of a way this is gonna make you into a better play, sometimes it would. Like if you're gonna be drawing that turn, if you're gonna be discovering that turn, might as well do that. If you don't get anything better, just keep on doing what you're doing. If you do, pivot into that play and get bigger, better things. I guess.
No big deal there.
Next turn we can be truly disgusting. By the way, this Zephyrus could have given you a Leroy, so next turn with location you could have had literally Leroy, extra copy, 5 mana, and Eviscerate for potential lethal. But we didn't. Okay, well, Cubicle would be very happy about that. Sadly, the game had other plans.
Yep.
Well, 7-7 ain't the worst. We're still okay with this, we're not against it. You can try going face first, see what that do. Right.
Go with the location right now.
If this is not counterspell, you have lethal. If it is counterspell, you don't. You have lethal with Doomhammer into Eviscerate. The problem with that is you gotta commit to the play before knowing if he has counterspell or not.
Right.
I'd say you do it. Equip the weapon first so you activate the combo. Now use Eviscerate on his face, see what that do. And go face twice and fuck him up. Easy.
Oh, we got it.
Played around it.
Very nice.
There we go. Diamond 1 with ease. Demon Hunter. Could be all sorts of different Demon Hunters right now. There's literally 6 competitive Demon Hunters out there. Ravenous most probably. I think we're fine against them. I wouldn't call this guy aggressive, so honestly I wouldn't keep any of these cards.
Okay.
If it ends up being aggro Demon Hunter, we're gonna be not very happy mulliganing these away, but we're taking the gamble. Remove everything. Not amazing. Nothing a Gil can't fix. Hard pass.
Job's done.
Hero power pass, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Hero power pass it is. Face, obviously.
Reporting for duty.
How's it going, Gap? Okay, now we have information. It's a Broxigar Demon Hunter. What do you want to do here?
Let's see. Either the tank or the weapon.
Yeah, those are the two options. I'd say the tank probably makes more sense. Let's do that. If he ignores it, next turn we get to play Toref and abuse the Divine Shields. He might red card Toref sadly, but still. Toref would be dead on board the way things are going. That ain't too bad.
Alright, so Tora.
Let's think about it. Now we're gonna have to figure out how we can cheat out Gelben faster.
You could use the
If you
weapon
play
on the
Treasure Guild
poison.
this turn, it doesn't allow you to do much. Whereas if you equip weapon this turn, next turn you get to play Violet Treasure Guild into Manifested Time Waste or Dagger's Plushie, something like that. So equip the weapon this turn, kill off the poison, kill off the taunt. That's about it. Next turn we got to do a little bit more. He might get baited into trying to just kill off the 7/7 right now. We'd be happy if he wastes his time like that. Red cards. Piss. Well, he's smart. He is smart. Good news is you can just go with the manifested time waste after you've played the Violet Treasure Guild, obviously. Oh, there's your
Sounds
Gilbin
good.
anyway. So play Violet Treasure Guild. Then play the manifested bullshit. And your face can still take care of that 4/4. Positioning wise, you should have used this dormant minion as a natural separator, because that way your minions can never get cleaved by anything. This Demon Hunter does have access to 5 damage. Access damage goes to the side, so right now he can kill both your minions with a single spell. I do have a positioning guide over at Metafy if you want to confuse yourself further.
Yeah,
But there I do explain everything important around positioning and whatnot. It's a niche little piece of information, that one, but still could definitely give you the edge in this meta, especially with all those no-melias out there. It's really important to know how to position yourself. Here's the spell I was talking about with which he could get the cleave spell. Okay, Gilbin time.
Alrighty.
Oh shit, we didn't get the dragon. Would have been nice to have a thick taunt in the way, but it is what it is. Alrighty, he's in our territory now. Now it's time to heal back to full with good old Ziliax. Yeah,
Alright,
Ziliax
Ziliax.
into the poison. Technically speaking, even Tigress Plushie was not a bad play there, just because we have Crusader Aura active. So maybe it was even better, but it is what it is. 6/6 Gelbin kills the taunt. The other Ziliax kills the poison. Go face with the other idiot. And you can play the 1 mana Righteous on the far left. But maybe Tigress Plushie was the way to go. We almost had lethal, by the way, but
Yeah,
not
this
really,
looks-
because
this
we
looks
didn't
pretty
have
good.
room. No, Melia could have brought you closer to lethal, but it was never lethal because you can't put another Crusader Aura when there's 5 active. Okay, now no Melia should feel great. You're actually gonna be able to play Crusader Aura as well, because one of the accelerations gets fucked off.
Amelia to the middle.
Doesn't matter, she dies.
Yeah.
If she wasn't dying, she would have been on the side, so your biggest minion is in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Do not... Yeah, go into the middle like that, and Crusader Aura. 4 mana Crusader Aura, and face and face. Exacties.
Very nice.
Okay. Back to 1 with a vengeance. No more disconnects, Hearthstone. Yeah.
Alright. Another Pally. Most likely Aura.
My blade burns with holy fire.
What do you think about this hand?
I like how it curves. It's a good curve, but if it's against the aggro, doesn't do much. Well, except for the green
Still
planner.
does enough. It's still pretty good. I'd remove Zephyrus though, because it doesn't curve right now. Violet means next turn you play a 4-drop, not a Zephyrus, so I'd remove Zephyrus here. Okay, that's not bad. Aye. Right now, yeah, we pass here, but next turn we gotta make a decision. Because if you insta-play the Violet Treasure Guild, you're not gonna be able to do a fast Gelbin, whereas if you do a turn 4 Treasure Guild, that allows you to play a Gelbin a little bit faster. But I think you're just gonna try to curve off better in general, so go with the Violet.
Okay.
We are gonna be able to do a fast Toref, which is kinda cute. Equip a weapon, double tap that. If you top deck your Cubicle fast, that'd be great.
Cubicle for Torth.
If nothing better presents itself, might as well. That's a pretty good minion to kill with your weapon.
The light dims, but
Not so good now, but still decent. That is not bad at all, because next turn you could get the Cubicle, that Toref. The 1/1 pokes Divine Shield, your face kills it, and play the 5-mana Toref.
Say one more time, sorry.
Try repeating what I said. It's not a complicated turn.
options.
Alright. Bring out Torth.
That's happening. What else is happening?
1 mana and then to the Divine and then kill him with the weapon.
Exactly. That was a pop quiz for you there.
Yep. Passed.
Yeah, barely.
Hey, like I said, I'm a newbie, man.
Yeah. Okay, here's the greedier Oropelli, the one I kind of like a little bit more now. Okay, what do you think the play is?
I think one of the cubicles. Get 2 of these Taurus.
What is happening
doesn't do
first?
this.
First, you want to kill the 3/3 with the 3/4 and then eat it with the Cubicle.
Okay.
Okay, kill the 3/3. Play the Cubicle off the top so this guy feels silly. And that's gonna be a never-ending Toref bullshit. Pretty disgusting. This guy has long auras, we have everlasting Torefs. Who would win? Next turn you can even do another Carnivorous Cubicle, so there's 2 of them. But depending on the top deck, we might pivot into something else, like if you get yourself Acceleration or Violet, that's gonna allow you for a faster Gelbin, so that might be the way. But yeah, Infinity Torefs is unkillable for this guy, ever.
Reporting for duty.
Harder, daddy. There you go. Thanks for that. What do you want to do now?
Kill the 1/4 with the 4/6 and then cubicle.
Why the fuck would you do it with the 4/6? Wait, do you think that the Cubicle on the Cubicle is gonna give you extra Torefs? It's not.
No.
The first thing you want to do this turn, since you know you're going to be playing Cubicle, is tradable the Aura, so you see what else you top deck, because if it's a Acceleration Aura, we might consider that. But honestly, I wouldn't have. The free 4 kills the 4-1, because you're going to eat that. So the free 4 attacks into the 4-1, and now Cubicle the free 4. And I don't care about this 1-1 honestly, so just go face. If you Cubicle a Cubicle, that is gonna give you just a Cubicle. The Cubicle that got spit out is not gonna keep on giving other things. So if you copy the Cubicle with a, let's say, Elise location, that is indeed gonna give you 2 Cubicles that spit out the same thing, but Cubicling a Cubicle just gives you a new vanilla Cubicle. Why is this guy still here? Go for Zephyrus for face damage, that might get you there.
Okay.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Just equip the weapon and face everything. You can play Gelban next turn, but we don't give a fuck. The only thing that he really can play this turn would be... Oh, actually he can't even play it. I thought he had Acceleration, but that's the Crafter crap. Right now the only thing that saves him would have been Anachronos, but since we did play Zephyrus last turn, he probably knew we had Lethal, and he probably didn't have Anachronos anyway. Damn, son. Somebody had bad financial decisions, but that looks sick. Full toss that shit. You're against the Druid, they're not aggressive, so you gotta get some good ram going.
All.
Yep. Were you feeling like keeping something out of that?
Nah.
Or pass. Does look like a tank engineer into a Cubicle might be our line here, but you're not gonna be able to feel good about coining tank engineer because you're still gonna have to wait a turn for the Cubicle to come. That's good. Just hero power for now. Next turn we might consider coining out Elise first, then the tank engineer, and depending on what's happening, decide if it's a Cubicle or location. Hold up. That might be sick. Maybe we can just go with Zephyrus for face damage for now, and next turn we can coin out Toref. Grinding mindset? What? Interesting. Getting a 5/5 copy of King Crush later with Elise might be something to consider, but for now we pass.
Sorry.
Next turn we can't just play Elise, it has to be something else because you're gonna be burning a card. Not that it's the end of the world, but it ain't fun. Ill. He's cheating, guys. I think I'd go with a coin Toref here. On the left side. Hey, Reinhardt, how's it been, man? It's been a while, brother. That's about it. Next turn we get the Cubicle if it's alive, and it should. It's a Druid after all, he shouldn't have 3 extra ways to poke. It's not a golden card back, guys. It's a basic bitch golden card back. This is not the real golden card back. Harder, daddy. Toref can kill the 1-2 first and then cubicle him. Play cubicle on the right side so that the Toref becomes the far right minion. This way you isolate it on the right side, which is the second best place to isolate a Tauntaun. And go face. I was today years old when I noticed this tag, this King plush actually has like a tag at the bottom. King plush has his tag at the bottom. Mildly annoying, but nothing too fancy. Okay.
See.
A 1 mana at least gives you a lot more now, but a 5 mana obviously gives you better stuff later. What is our turn 7 looking like? Kind of Chronos potentially. Go for a 1 mana at least, fuck you.
Right side?
Left side.
Left side, alright.
I remember this.
She's not a taunt. +1 on everything. Piece of shit. Rush. Play it quickly. In the middle. The Toref kills the poison. The Rusher plus the 2-1 kills a poison, and the Cubicle kills a taunt. That's not what I said. Stop doing anything.
Yeah, sorry man, I was running out of time.
Yeah, but you should have had a decent idea of what you should be doing for the rest of that. Because it was important for your Cubicle not to kill himself, obviously. Ah, piece of shit. Who the fuck runs this pile of garbage? Well, at least these guys are still gonna be lasting a while. Okay. Sure. Let's think about it. Think about it. Nothing too fancy for you to do. If you go with the 7 mana right now, his minions are probably not coming back. So you can go 7 mana and a Chronos this turn, next turn play Gelban, turn after everything comes back, you should be at a bigger, better state. Yeah, I'd go with the 7 mana. Wait, you're playing a golden card back, Reinhardt? When the rope starts burning, we're all confused.
Gildan?
Okay, Gelban time.
Which side?
Left side. You can still consider using the location here. That's gonna give you +1 attack though. Wait a minute, it doesn't make sense. No, just pass. Why the fuck do we only have 4 auras, man? No Meshora is still in the deck, is it? No, it's not. This guy's not very bright with his location usage, is he? Okay, our shits are coming back, so are his, but we're in the better state now. Ooh, that's a cute top deck. Right. think about it. You do have a second Crusader Aura right now, but all of your idiots are asleep, so that doesn't do shit. Play a Ziliax, it's fine. Ziliax, use location.
Okay.
Play him on the left side, man. You don't want all of your minions on the same side. Use your location as a separator. Use the location. The
Okay.
3-1 rusher kills a taunt. And the Ziliax kills a taunt plus a poisonous guy. Your face can go face, that's all. Mildly annoying. That's kind of cool. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Oh shit, if you actually equip the weapon right now, that gives you no Melia. Equip the 4-mana weapon and attack into the 2-4. Play no Melia and attack into Ziliax in the middle.
We're put him on the left side.
Doesn't matter, she's
The middle?
dying.
That's true.
You would have put her on the left side if she wasn't dying, but she is. Everything else face, and if my computations are correct, this guy dead. This guy's gonna be Pepsi. Good old Pepsimus Maximus.
Nice work.
Nice little lethal puzzle, that one. All's well that ends well.
Let the hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
What do you want to do against the Hunter Boy?
They just keep the acceleration at this point.
Yeah, might as well. This should be unlosable. Famous last words. Let's see what kind of hunter he is. Not discover, it seems. Okay, he's tempoing us. Not much for us to do here. I'd just pass it next turn acceleration. Turn after could be manifested if he keeps on tempoing. Could be Tigris Plushie. He might be a face hunter way things are going. So that should indeed be unlosable. So far, he's very pleasant to look at. Yeah, now you can be a piece of shit. Play the acceleration. I don't think we care about the righteous too much, do we? Let's think about it. Still not completely sure what kind of hunter we're facing. Could be a beast hunter for all you know. Coin out the righteous, I think it's fine.
Okay.
The light dims, but we fight.
Bulgarian coaching when? I've done Bulgarian coaching, but it's off stream. Nice order. If he wanted to order that properly, he should have started with the tracking. It was always going to be Tigris Plushie, but now this Tank Engineer looks awfully tempting. Let's do that instead. Tank Engineer. Get some tempo rolling of your own, because so far this guy ain't tempoing shit. I'm starting to believe this guy is a beast hunter, and what he could follow up with next turn would be the RC Rampage, which could be something you're not going to be able to handle if you don't have free damage AoE lined up. For that to be lined up, we have to have an aura. So I'd say the 5-mana Chrono aura right now is actually very essential for you, and you can kill the free one with the 2-1.
Okay.
Because it does feel okay to just Tigris plushie and 1-1 rush, but this way you're actually ready for big AoE, and if you can't answer that big AoE, you're gonna be in big trouble. He doesn't have the big AoE board, that is. But he could have. He's starting to become somewhat nasty, so it's time for us to heal a bit. Him running this guy means he's also running Neri, so for 4 mana he could deal 6 damage right now easily.
Plushie.
Let's think about it a little. Elise is also somewhat tempting. But nah, fuck it. It's plushie. Plushie and kill everything. The big plushie kills the 1/3, the other 2 kill the small shits. Thanks, man.
Now we got some tempo.
That was as lucky as he could have hoped for. Easy. There you go.
There you go.
First time legend. Take those any day, chat.